Worksop deserves better, Bassett Law deserves better, but the whole country deserves better than what we're having to put up with at the moment. Right, we are now moving on to Artin from the BFAWU. What? I thought you said something. Okay, and I did get it right. I'm always very bad at getting your unions. I have to say it all out, otherwise I get it wrong. Anyway, so you're very welcome. I think you've got this is your campaign here as well, isn't it? Hopefully you're going to talk about that and encourage us all to do this. So over to you, Artin.
Thank you very much, Louise, and thank you for inviting us here today. We're really glad to be a part of this event. So as Louise said, my name is Artin Giles, and I'm an organiser with the Unionise Samworth Brothers campaign, which is aiming to do exactly what it says on the tin, Unionise Samworth Brothers. And I won't take too long in this speech because I see that we can all get a pint after I finish. So, anyway, Samworth Brothers is a major, almost £1 billion company, which is around 10,000 workers at sites across Leicestershire and the country, making Ginster's pasties, Sorry malt loaf, Melton pork pies, sandwiches for Tesco's, M&S, Sainsbury's, and so many other things. But they can't afford to pay their workers a real living wage, they don't give proper sick pay, and don't recognise a trade union. Yet, David Samworth, who founded the company, is lauded by elites. He has a knighthood, Sir David Samworth, I should have said. He has an honorary degree from Leicester University. There's even a lecture theatre named after him at that university. But the workers who he profits off don't get a fair slice of the pies that they make. Many of the workers at Samworth sites are migrants. Some speak little English, and it's easy for management to convince them that they don't need a union. As my colleague Dougie Johnson was saying to me, it always seems funny to me that when I travel around the country trying to unionise factories, we're often greeted by management at the gates coming out and saying the same lines. But we're a good employer. We treat our workers well. We listen to them. But it's a completely different story when we speak to workers at the gates. Stories of trying to speed up the processes when orders are piling up. No proper training for safety critical roles. Cutting back on health and safety. Just yesterday at a store we were doing in Leicester City Centre, I met a worker who showed me a chemical burn they had on their wrist they'd received after cleaning the machinery there. And no, not a day off for that, he had to take one from his own annual leave. It's worse than Amazon, that's what workers tell us. And these are key workers who continued going in and making sandwiches and food for us during the pandemic. They deserve better. In 2016, when the Bakers Union did a similar campaign, they went all out with their anti-union tactics, firing Coomer and Bose after making allegations up against him, some with a clean track record for 13 years whilst working at Kettleby Foods, part of Samworth Brothers' empires. They gave all their workers a £1,500 bonus, told them, look, you don't need a union, put signs up all around the factory saying vote no, and then obviously they didn't get that bonus the following year, or the following year, or the following year, once that union recognition ballot was out of the way and they couldn't hold it again for 3 years. And so that's why we're here. They claim that the union loses jobs, but we know that it's the opposite. We all know it's unions that save jobs, stop redundancies, get us better pay. We all know it's thanks to unions that we have sick pay, holiday pay, annual leave, maternity pay, paternity pay, the minimum wage, the weekend, and so much more. So why are we here? Well, we're in Worksop because they have a factory at the site just down the road at Manton Wood, and we were out there earlier today talking to the workers, handing out leaflets for our rally, and we're going to unionise those 1,500 workers at that site. Last time, the recognition ballot was lost by just 47 votes. So we can change it, comrades. That's why we, the Bakers Union and the Peace and Justice Project, founded by Jeremy Corbyn, who I work for, are organising this campaign to show Samworth bosses that they can't get away with it. We're holding a rally next weekend on Sunday, the day after the TUC demo, inviting workers and the community to show Samworth bosses that the people of Leicester do care about their workers, and show Samworth workers that solidarity as they campaign for trade union recognition this year. And on that note about coming together, it's imperative, as Kevin and Francis and Parish and all the other speakers have said, that we're out in London on the 18th, and we mobilise as many workers to come to that demo who can come. Because there will be people who can't come. And it's great that TUC and regions and unions are putting on free travel, but there'll be people who are working, or they're housebound, or they still can't afford to get there despite the free coaches. And so we need to be there for them, for those who can't be there, to show this government that we demand better, that we demand an end to zero-hour contracts, an end to fire and rehire, stop outsourcing in our NHS and other public services, and fight for a £15 minimum wage. But we know that one rally won't change it. And that's why the next day we're out at Highfield Centre in Leicester, and we're also live streaming it online, holding the rally. That's why we're out on the gates of Mountain Wood today, and the excellent Bakers Union team of George, Lucas, Dougie and Jip will be out on the gates every day and every night this week, speaking to workers, handing out the leaflets, telling them to come to our rally and showing that we can win together. And when we do win, it won't be in the news. The headlines we see are of train drivers being greedy, not of workers winning. Not about them winning at B&Q or Weetabix or Great Ormond Street Hospital. So it's our job to spread that news as well and show everyone that there is power in a union. So join us on the 19th of June, in person or online. Sign the petition, there's cards out on your tables. Go onto the website www.unionisesamworth.co.uk, sign the petition, share our social media posts, donate to the campaign, and together let's organise, organise, organise. Thank you very much, solidarity.
Thanks so much, Artin, and thanks for updating us about that campaign and for the fantastic work that the FAWU are doing along with the Peace and Justice Project. I am